Greetings and benevolent and abundant blessings to all you wonderful souls out there today. This is Ethan Ducasse with the All Things Health and Wealth show, where we guide you on everything relating to health and wealth, how you can keep yourself in a state of an absolute abundance through consistent and simple key habits that will transform your life. Today, we have a very, very special guest on our show, Ethan Ducasse, and this wonderful soul has been such a blessing in my life. This is actually my brother and business partner, and we have been on a quest to create a wonderful dynasty in this world. And today, I'd like to bring him on board and share his wonderful knowledge and his background and his energy with you. He's a phenomenal astrologer. He has an extremely exceptional energy relating to the stars and astrology and how the stars interrelate with yourself, your food, your wealth, your well-being, and your life. So he has an extreme amount of knowledge in food and plant-based medicine. We are both traditional healers or sangomas in South Africa, and we are going through a tremendous amount of learning. Ethan has an extremely beautiful nature. His nature is to be caring and loving towards the people that he connects with. He loves building those beautiful relationships. And all around, Ethan is an absolutely intelligent soul. Has built an immense amount of success and health and wealth in his life and in his family's life. And today we are so excited to be sharing that with you. So with all that being said, I come to the most important question of today. Ethan Ducasse, my brother Bear, how are you doing?
Absolutely incredible today. Thank you very much for having me on this beautiful show of yours and how much energy and effort you've been putting onto the show. And it's been absolutely incredible to see you flourish. So, I couldn't be more proud, more happy that family and friends are around doing a supportive energy, and really looking forward to this interview today. So I appreciate you setting the time, energy, and effort up. But I know it's going to assist many people on their journey.
Definitely fantastic. Well, today, guys, we have a bunch of beautiful, awesome questions I'm going to be asking you, Ethan. So this question is, what kind of person would you describe yourself to be?
Hermetic, alchemist, astrologer, healer. Definitely, I've got a lot of different names, but all in all, just a humble soul wanting to absorb as much knowledge, much information as possible so that I can apply it. That's definitely a key thing here. Applying the knowledge is a very important aspect of it. So I like to see myself as being an astrologer, looking at the stars as above, so below. I'm sure most of us have heard that expression. So I'm always looking at details and ways in which we are expressed through the stars. So Aries, action energy, very thinking sort of mind and mental space. So the type of person I am, very analytical, a deep belief in business growth from a natural perspective. That means that we're here to assist the local community wherever they are, and just have a deep drive and motivation for plants and planting. So very connected to nature through the stars, through the plants, through the trees, and all the rest. I hope it helps.
That's awesome. Really appreciate that. So if you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Insightful. I think that would be a very, very good thing. The knowledge that I have, few people know about. So, very insightful when it comes to that. Then 3 words to describe myself: powerfully positive. I see myself as an optimist to the maximus a lot of the time. So powerfully positive. And then my 3rd word to describe me, determined. If any of you know me, if I start something, I'm committed to it. That's just a Capricorn's energy and nature to want to see it through right to the end. So very persistent when it comes to the things that I love.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Really appreciate that. So tell me, Obviously, each person on this earth has their own strengths and weaknesses. What do you consider your top strengths and weaknesses to be, and how do you handle your weaknesses?
Oof, okay, so that's a long answer. Procrastination is the one thing. I'm going to start with my weaknesses. Procrastination is definitely it. And they say, or, what you should be doing with procrastination is working right through it. If you're procrastinating doing work or going into the garden, the best time to do it is now. Like, we all have 24 hours in a day, and procrastinating only makes us more frustrated energetically. So keeping that at bay is very, very important. And when it comes to my other weaknesses, I must say communication is definitely one of those things. So going to communication classes, also listening to entrepreneurs and businessmen across the world, the way that they speak, the way that they express themselves, and how it is they choose to communicate their language. So positive mental thinking comes into play with that, and that's technically how I handle it. Is always give myself conscious positive affirmations just to drive my subconscious mind a little bit more into the conscious so that we can manifest. So communication was the second, and how I handle the weakness is through positive mental attitude. And then the third one, I must say, yeah, just I've always been a late. I go to bed very late. I work up until late hours in the evening, and yeah, pretty much in the mornings I'm quite a bit tired. So getting up for my alarm has been a definite discipline that I've needed to have over the years. It's definitely a weakness of mine, and it's so good to have those extra 2 hours in the day because I've woken up and I've set out my tasks for the week strong, and yeah, just progress through life through that. So the only way to get and conquer that weakness is to just get up and just know that you've got divine purpose on this plane. And what a passionate place to be if you know that you're consciously orchestrating your reality. Uh, that's my third weakness. And then the strengths, I must say, the ability to be hyper analytical to the point where I can connect dots in random spaces and places. I think from an observation perspective, to see how a Taurian expresses its fixed earthly energy into this realm. Yes, that is Kiara, one of the Taurian energies. And Taurus sounds like a tree or a toroidal field, which all of us are, every atom is. And yeah, just in terms of the strength behind that, being able to put two and two together, to know that you utilize the Taurus to plow the fields and prepare the land so that you can have vegetables and crop. As an example, that's mid-spring time, and yeah, it's very hot at that time in the northern hemisphere, and it's a fantastic time to still be doing planting, knowing that you're going to be reaping the harvest later down the line. So that's the way a Taurus energy works, for that hyper analytical space. And from another strength, definitely that motivation and that tenacity I mentioned earlier is tucking right deep into staying committed to what it is I start and what it is I finish. So that's been a fantastic journey to continuously be on that energy. Some days, I fail. It's not really a failure. It's just taking time out for different things. That's what it is, and you learn the lessons in the moment. Yeah, so another strength as well. I must say the ability to assist people and connect the dots in terms of their healing. I believe very strongly that the stars influence the planets, and the 12 tissue salts that are there can combine in various different ways. So we all know that a year consists of 12 months, and we all know that we gestate in our mother's womb for a period of 9 months. That means that we're short 3 months of those tissue salts that stars actually give us. A lot of us are malnourished in the sign Taurus, and then the 2 signs after that, so Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And they need an uptake of those kinds of nutrients a little bit more to fulfill their lives. So just from an elemental perspective, I think that's a strength that I have personally. I could share it with the rest of the world, but as we go on,
That's awesome, fantastic. If I can just touch base on your what you would call your weaknesses, but I had an interview with Lisa from Life Train about weeks strongs ago. We use etymology as a daily practice in our language to our beautiful audience. Etymology is the practice of breaking down words and finding the actual meanings or the derivatives of those specific words and compiling them into a different composition. So, i.e., instead of a week, which is weak or tired or up, we say strength or strong. Let's go and enjoy our strong ahead. Let's go and enjoy the strong end ahead. So with that being said, with the interview with Lisa about 2 strongs ago, she had also brought up that procrastination is one of her weaknesses, and basically, yeah, it seems to be something that can come up quite often in individuals. And obviously procrastination is something that is a super challenge to get by or get to overcome. And basically what you need to do is, like Ethan is saying, you need to take all of your might and all of your strength and positive mental attitude towards overcoming that as a challenge, because that is one of the deepest challenges that individuals face, is procrastination, whether it's to wake up or to do something or to get something done, whatever it might be. So thank you for that. This man, Ethan, is phenomenal in his strengths. He has really, truly incredible knowledge in the stars, as you can hear. So
grateful.
Yeah, definitely. Any of you that would really like to get in touch with Ethan and learn more about astrology and stars, you need to get in touch with Ethan. We'll share his contact details later and in the comments below. So make sure that you get an astrology reading with him. And let's move on to the next question, Ethan. So what are your top 3 health tips for today, right now?
Oh, wow. Okay. The top one is, you notice nature, and nature, when a cow or any animal in nature is sick, they stop eating, and that's the fastest and surest way to recovery. Not only that, you're giving your body and the organs in your body such a beautiful break. It rests, and cell regeneration slows down, and it gets time to scrub the whole vascular system, the whole nervous system, the mucous membrane system that runs through all of our organs. And fasting, if you have never tried it, I would definitely recommend doing some research or contact us, and we'll be able to assist you with that process. But yeah, fasting has been an incredible thing for me to practice over the years. And it's a great and fantastic way to cleanse the body of toxins, parasites, heavy metals, and so much more. So that's my first one. The second one is clear and obvious. It's definitely keeping exercise, oxygen. Spirito is inspiration, or to inspire. And that's all that you're doing, is you're inspiring yourself when you are drawing in oxygen into your body and your brain. So I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that, like that excessive, positive, powerful energy that comes from exercise. You just feel like you have even more energy. That's kind of where I'm getting at you. So it's definitely important to sweat out the toxins, get rid of excess mucus in the system, and really work. And not even that gym, like you don't even need gym. You need a 1 square meter space where you're doing push-ups and sit-ups and stretches and all kinds of things. But yeah, just on that note, just make sure that you've got a touch of nature. You're outdoors, you're breathing in your own oxygen. Inside of a gym, it's a little bit different, where you've got air cons and all the rest. So that's my second one. And then the third one is clear and evident. There's a gut-mind connection, and taking care of your gut. In other words, what it is that you put inside your body, what you feed yourself, you are what you eat. So that's exactly it. Just remember that at the front of your mind every time you go out and get unhealthy foods or practice unhealthy eating. It's important to know that your gut is affecting your mind and vice versa. So your food is literally communicating with you. I've experienced this in the past where I would say eat sea buckthorn powder and I would feel that burst in energy, and I would really just be influenced along that path. It's like alcohol, as an example. If we consume alcohol, we tend to get into a state and into a mind frame where it's a little bit more loose and we feel a little less in control of ourselves. We might feel confident, but yeah, it's definitely playing an influence. And the reason is that our bloodstream is receiving all of these nutrients and they are benefiting us and they're chemically altering our system. So the pH balance of our body, alkaline and acidity, it's regulating through those extremes. So if we're more alkaline, we're a lot more relaxed. If we're more acidic, we're a lot more anxious and uptight. And that's what I mean by food influences you on the daily. By sugar's 8 times more addictive than cocaine. It really has such a massive effect on the brain and body that it says, okay, I need more of that. That's why it's like a shock to the system. So I hope that helps.
Definitely, really appreciate that very much so. Talk to us about your, first of all, I just want to apologize, guys. First of all, we said that today we were going to try something different because Ethan and I are together here in Cape Town in the Western Cape. So fantastic. We can touch each other in the flesh. And so excuse all of the blurring out and all that kind of stuff. We really like this classic background. We believe it's a really wonderful energy. It gives you guys a little bit of energy. And of course, when we put a bit of music in the video as well, keeps you guys motivated. It makes you feel like you are calm and reflected and relaxed, just as we are, and sharing this wonderful content and driven information. So if you are loving this video right now, please hit that like and that subscribe. And share this video if you want to hear more of this awesome content relating to health and wealth. So Ethan, tell me, what are your top 3 books as a newbie entrepreneur?
Oh, amazing. I mean, I've got a wide array of them. I'm definitely going to have to whip a list out there or the library. But in no particular order. And this is it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a fantastic game changer in the whole entrepreneurs industry. That's by Robert Kiyosaki, and Kim Kiyosaki has worked in his company, with each other for so long. And they've done such an excellent job at describing cash flow and assets and really working the simple methodology of finding opportunity and then applying that again, applying. So that was a fantastic book to go through, very easy read. A teenager can go through it. I definitely advise you as a teenager listening to this, start out with that and just make the most of it. It really is such a fantastic book to assist you in changing the way you think about cash flow and money and assets. So very powerful one there. Then as a newbie entrepreneur, another thing, Think and Grow Rich has always been, number one seller. That's Napoleon Hill. There's a lot of information that is there that I can say and do and express, but it really is about thinking positively. It's about thinking your way into this reality. So on that note, it's not only about the thinking aspect, it's about the applying. It's about going out and doing the action, because without that, you won't have anything positive to think about. So Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill as my second one. That's always been a favorite of mine. I've read it several times there. Go out and get it when you're ready. Then Richest Man in Babylon as well. That also teaches you such an ancient way, like how to discipline yourself financially, how to pay yourself first, and how to be in charge of your finances, like, and take control of where it is that you want to put your money and your assets, and be very protective of your money. That's the second rule. So first rule is pay yourself. Second rule is protect your money. And then, of course, third rule and beyond, you're going to start looking at investment opportunities by making more baby money. So those are my top three. And I'm going to give you a bonus one, which is thoughts, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, also by Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie. And really such an amazing book. It is a sequel to Think and Grow Rich, but it definitely delves in a lot deeper into how it is you can structure your thinking patterns, your emotional patterns, and give some great advice. So that's my bonus fourth. Why not?
Excellent. Those are phenomenal books. I've read them all myself. I absolutely love them. I would definitely agree with those books being the top books to a newbie entrepreneur or an entrepreneur coming up in the early stages. And these books carry such profound information that they share and they teach us about cash flow and preserving wealth. So the most important aspects from these books, right, would you say, Ethan, are to create assets that build passive income where your money is working for you rather than you putting in your time to work for money. That's something you would agree with?
That's exactly it. And the only way you're going to do it is by starting today. You might be an employee, you might get a monthly check, put that 10% aside, or even if it's 5%, and know that that is a financial discipline that you're going to have make you more baby money. So if you're a teenager, just a broad example is find 3 skateboards and refurbish them and paint them up and make them look snazzy or something like that, and just sell it as a unique product for a profit. That you take that piggy bank and go and buy those 3 skateboards, spend the time, energy, and effort refurbishing it, and then you get a profit out of it. So definitely, it's taught me how to manage the finances and go from there.
Super excellent. Thank you for sharing your knowledge there. So tell us, what motivates you to keep going every day in every way?
Myself, and the ones that are around me, my team. I definitely live for this. There's a definite passion. I want to start out by saying myself, because if I had to be depressed and in a not so positive frame of mind through this life, I would be lagging behind. But it's my positive mental attitude every day that keeps me going. And even if I have to whip a video out that helps me with that positive mental attitude, it's me consciously shifting my mind frame to help me become a lot more motivated during the course of the day. We all experience our slumps, and we definitely need others around us to motivate us in different kinds of ways. Professional cyclists, you want to get into cycling, or a boxer, you're going to need a trainer to have that done. Learn the skills. So that's definitely an important thing. Knowing that your network is highly, highly important. But when it comes to an entrepreneur's energy, I'm very much motivated by my team as well. That's the second thing. Motivated by my team, because without my team, I wouldn't be able to do most of the things that are obviously happening right now in our companies, and very much appreciated for that. So build the right team, make sure that those people are staying motivated themselves and you keep motivating them. I think that's a fantastic energy there. To have that done. And then I must say, customers, it gives me such great satisfaction and reward and motivation to know that our clients are busy healing in some positive and beautiful manners, and that their gut health is coming alive, and that they've lost the excess weight that they've achieved. So really, it's the motivation of others that really gives me the fuel, because I see my leadership not even saying to them, hey, go and do the fasting. It's just me posting up a video about me fasting. And now all of a sudden I got 5, 10, 20 people asking me, hey, how do you fast? So that's those people taking action for more discipline in their lives. And that's truly a motivation for me. So all of the clients seeing the benefit from them.
That's wonderful. That's a really good way to interact with your community, to stay positive. Like Ethan said, we all go through ups and downs, as you can hear. It's a very real human thing or human experience to go through. So you, at the end of the day, you need to do whatever it takes. Find a video on YouTube, just like you are watching this current video. Find a video on YouTube that is going to help motivate you and give you some of the answers that you're busy searching, because there is an abundance of content out there, and it is free, available to you at your disposal. You are the very reason for your beautiful existence here on this earth. So make sure that you treat yourself with the greatest respect, and you give yourself the best opportunity at life on this wonderful earth. So, Ethan, tell us, how do you manage your stress?
A lot of different ways, and I must say, all of us go through stress. All of us have fixations like eating excess food, and it's just such a beautiful thing to experience your body going, hey, I want this, and you noticing that you're stressed out. So it's not a very good thing to be eating while you're stressed. Just that off the bat. But managing the stress, going out again, those positive mental attitude videos are an important key. But exercise manages so much of your stress. I can't even stress it enough, excuse me, but I had to say that exercise really gives you those happy endorphins, and it helps release that stress that's in your life and your body that you're holding. So breathing is exactly that. Doing breathing techniques, even if you're not exercising, but you're doing breathing exercises. I think that's a fantastic thing. And then one little tricky treat here is sun gazing. And people are saying, what? You look at the sun? What? The sun is actually a physical representation of our pineal glands. It's also, as a heart, that heart pineal gland connection there as well. But the circulation circuit of Galileo is technically what it's known astrologically. That's the astrological wheel. So managing the stress by sun gazing at sunrise and sunset, it helps decalcify the pineal gland. It helps eye clarity. It definitely helps clean parasites from the eyes. The first couple of times you'd notice that your eyes are doing a little bit of watering, but those are microparasites that are really being cleaned out of your eyeballs. Yes, your eyeballs. So that's just a couple of ways to manage the stress, and getting healthy rest in. If you feel you're too stressed, take time out. Just tap out for 20 minutes, half an hour, and just go take a break, a breather, a walk, or go treat yourself to an ice cream if that's your kind of fixation. Maybe even go go-karting. Just have some fun in your life.
That's super awesome. So what would you do to take care of your mental health then under these conditions?
Okay, fantastic question. Mental health. I think mental health is vital. It's one of the three trinities: mental, physical, and emotional. And there's a lot of different techniques, but that positive mental attitude, when you go to bed at night, it's so nice to say every day and everywhere I'm getting healthier and wealthier. Just as an example, affirmation, and say that 10, 15 times with feeling and expression, and you'll notice that your dreams firstly change, but it's going to put you completely in a different frame of mind subconsciously, which ultimately is going to be helping you consciously change your reality around you. So write down your top 10 affirmations, say them as you go to bed at night, and then as you wake up in the morning. Those first 20 minutes as you wake up, you're still in a beta state of being, so your brain waves are still very slow and inactive, and you're half awake. You're still semi in the dream realm. It's a fantastic time to spiritually connect to your subconscious mind, to your soul, to the spiritual realm, and really work that energy in to be the change. So mental health is a big thing. And, from an exercise perspective, it is very, very important to say, okay, I'm doing 12 reps, but the 14, break that extra boundary and say, hey, I did it, I can do it. So be constantly aware of breaking your boundaries. So not like if you have a personal trainer, you know, and they say, okay, do 12 reps, like amazing, do 12 reps, but push yourself further, you know, do more. And that's definitely going to help with the mental clarity. So things that are hard are definitely going to become easier and easier. And then from a financial perspective or a wealth perspective, keeping that mental health going, as I mentioned earlier, pay yourself first. It's going to make such a difference in attitude that you express towards yourself. Knowing that you have the ability of this piggy bank to make you more financial security, more financial independence and intelligence. So it does definitely come with financial intelligence that you have the ability in your heart, mind, and soul to achieve. So that's definitely from a mental aspect is very, very important. And orchestrate your finances and your wealth, where it is, you know, guided where it is that you want. If you ask me from a mental health perspective, how do I take care of myself? Those are just the three topics there, health and wealth, since we're on it.
We are talking about health and wealth on this show. And you're obviously wondering what's the connection between health and wealth. Well, let's discuss that quickly in a brief moment. Well, with health, you can fully function, you can operate at optimum, you can carry on going, and you have stamina in both your physical and your mental and your spiritual activities in this life. And you will have the ability to continue with that stamina, pushing yourself all the time, as Ethan said, breaking your boundaries, continuing to grow further. And it's so important to recognize that by doing that, you can, with financial discipline and knowledge, we'll get onto that topic in a little bit, will help you to build your wealth. By helping to build your wealth over a period of time, eventually that wealth will be so grand and so superior to you and your lifestyle that you can take that wealth to develop your health in a greater space. You can learn to take care of your health in a more natural, exuberating, and fundamental manner. We have helped, if not thousands of people now, come to a point where their bodies and their minds have changed through shifting certain circumstances in their eating, changing the way that they eat, helping them change the way that they think and believe, and helping them transform their lives into a better, healthier, positive state. And as you can see, that's a cycle of health gives you wealth and wealth can give you health. So, Ethan, you obviously, I mean, you look like a fit, clean, young gentleman. Tell us, what does your fitness routine look like?
Beautiful. Okay. So at the moment, I think I've been waking up early and I stay on a ridge. So hiking up that ridge as the brother motivation over there, assisting me and doing a fast-paced walk up the ridge and then doing a trail run all the way down. So we've always loved trail runs. We've always gone hiking, and yeah, it's just such a fun place to be in. Nature is definitely that. So that's the one way I do it. And then after that, you know, I've been doing yoga stretches lately. So that's just a nice way to get more breath in, to find balance in the body, which ultimately is balance in the brain, mind, and heart. And yeah, that's just a good appreciation for that. My fitness routine, I mean, could be quite random. It's obviously set up during the week. I want to exercise a minimum of 4 times a week. Just as an expression there, I definitely want to keep myself fit. So it might be a routine of push-ups and abs as a session, and I focus on that clarity. So I'd set myself a routine, and as I said, I could do that whole routine on a yoga mat. I need a meter squared, and I can do all of the exercises I've ever desired. So there literally is no excuse when it comes to your physical fitness. You can do it even inside. So yeah, that's I tend to do that more than likely 3 times a week. and utilize the yoga and hiking up the mountain another 2 to 3 times as well. So that's just mixing it up. I like to keep my afternoons as well busy with some exercise. And that's just like a break on into the evening, and I find that I get that second wind heading on in, because yes, I definitely work a lot in the evening. Love it.
Almost like a discharge, right? A discharge of that energy from the day. As you said, give you a second energy charge for the rest of the evening. So guys, we're coming to the portion where we speak about business and business related questions. It's just something that I've been waiting to share with you through this wonderful interview. Obviously, through school and schooling systems, the schooling systems are extremely outdated for whatever reasons those may be. It's up to us to really help build better schooling systems as the current up and coming and new entrepreneurs coming to the space in economy. Because at the end of the day, without giving communities of individuals around us information that is valid, up to date and important, we're going to really struggle as a society and in a community to build our economy in a strong, fulfilling and positive way. So schools don't teach us about cash flow and cash flow scenarios. Cash flow is king, and that doesn't mean cash spend on expenses. What cash flow means is having the cash over and above your cost of sales in your company to turn a profit and build on or having the ability to pay for your expenses, and over time build that profit to grow a team. Growing a team, whether it be a physical team like us and our wonderful team, or an online digital team that helps business grow and flourish, is critical to have that in place. And schools don't teach us about money management processes. They have accounting in there, but accounting is literally just, it's a balance sheet and a synopsis of your accounts. It's not an actual way to manage your money, manage your accounts, and manage your information. So with that being said, I'm going to leave some links below where you can get some good information, especially from those books that Ethan was referring to earlier on, a couple other links below. So be sure to check out what we have below in the comments. I have a long list of links in the comment where you could learn from us. First of all, your health and wellness products and your vitality, and extending your vitality and creating a healthier lifestyle for yourself and your families, which is so important to your longevity and your well-being, right? We are all under extreme stress and extreme anxiety right now, and we serve our community and our public with information and products that really benefit you, change your circumstances in that aspect, and give you a better, less anxiety through living. So we also share, or I also share, links down below that are relating to how you can money manage, build your wealth, and allow a long-term discipline. Even if you in South Africa, our currency is obviously rands, which is about 15 rand to $1 at this point. For some reason, we have to work 15 times harder than the dollar, or 20 times harder than the euro, or 25 times harder than the sterling. That's crazy, guys. I mean, that's just terrible to be able to think like that. And what I'm sharing with you in the links below are opportunities that are free. You literally just have to sign up your name and add in money, and you will earn interest and profit over time with the value of your digital assets. So go and check out those links. I promise you, you are not going to regret anything. Sign up with those links. You are going to find that over time you will build your wealth and build discipline and get your money to work for you. If you need more information, hit a comment below and let us know what you're thinking so we can help and assist. Okay, so Ethan, I come on to one of the most awesome questions that I think a lot of entrepreneurs want to know, because starting a business without capital, it is extremely possible, 100%, but there are points where you do require capital. So most importantly, you need the energy to find the plan and bring the people and the network together that can give you that opportunity to start your business, your profitable business. Because business, we go into business to make profits, whether that be to feed your family, take over the world, whatever it is that you might fancy. So my question to you is, and for our audience, please give some good detail in here. If you had to start a business with no money, again, how would you start your business today?
Yeah, very good question. With no money, it would definitely be a negotiation with our suppliers. The faith and determination is definitely there. So positive mental attitude. Somebody's going to believe in your idea. Somebody has money lying around. So you don't ever need your own money. You just need to have the idea, the actionable implementation of your project or your plan or your business and what have you. So that's one real way of utilizing other people's money to make money for yourself. Obviously, there's repayment there, or the loaner is going to be taking a portion of your business. In other words, the net capital or the net cash that comes out of your operations. So that's definitely one way of doing it. But if you believe in a project so much, garden it, garden see it. So set the plan up, and not only from a loan perspective, but also getting the people that are purchasing, get offtake agreements for your opportunity, because those are going to be leverage for you to go to even the bank and say, hey, give me a little bit of leverage here. I've got this commitment to these people. And then the bank can even be your loaner. So again, somebody else's money to start it up. So you need a working plan that shows that it's profitable and that you can go to a lender for that capital. That's a fantastic way. Other than that, like, build it yourself. It does depend on where it is that you are in your life. If you're providing a service, it's easy enough to get yourself out there in very much creative ways and affordable ways. So if you had no money to advertise, you're going to be printouts, from your home of your business and your advertising. Go to network marketing events, places that are hosting networking sessions and entrepreneurial sessions. There's lots of them. Sandton Convention Center, the Cape Town Convention Center, they often have those. So online and have a look, see when there's some business events available, even if it's like real estate. You're going to real estate events and it's a small group of 20 people that are in there. So always networking and finding curiosity in what it is people are doing and that they're up to. And through that, your network is your net worth. And you could definitely build opportunities there. Be courageous enough to take those opportunities on as well. Yeah, so I think that's a good answer there, huh?
Fantastic answer. Appreciate that. So what are the top 3 mistakes you would avoid in business at all costs?
Sure. Okay, one is definitely cash flow, overspending. Make sure that the money that you're spending, you're putting aside 70% of your income to resupply your stock. So set aside a percentage base that is very comfortable to cover your stock, which is your asset, which is your cash flow. It's the only thing that is making you money other than your salesman mouth and getting out there and networking and driving around and finding business. That's exactly it. So the asset is the most important thing in your business to keep the momentum with. Don't go and spend more than what you could purchase for your next round of assets. So in our case, it's superfoods, it's stock, or it's raw materials and oils and things like that. We need to make sure that we have our next round of purchasing there. Yeah, sure. So That's exactly it. So don't make the mistake of overspending in places where you can't afford. Make sure that you have your assets in place and that you've got that cycle going. Then yeah, sure, mistakes, always treats everybody with respect. It doesn't matter how they treat you, but treating somebody with respect and integrity and staying true to your word and your name, because it's your name that's out there, that you are representing a specific company and idea. And yeah, just to have that level of business etiquette is very, very important. So treating people with the utmost respect and following up on that. The third one is follow up with your sales prospects, or follow up with current business opportunities. If you just leave it, then it's just going to get left behind and people are going to forget about you. So stay hungry, stay motivated, stay going out and keeping on top of those sales prospects. I think it's very, very important. That's the other end of your business. So the sales prospects are basically converting the assets into cash once you have that. So yeah, the sales prospects are a very, very big thing to stay onto and carry on growing your business, because you're going to need that growth. And with that being said, setting up with the team, setting up the right team is a very, very important thing. If you've got web developers or social media designers that don't quite fit into your style and your thinking, really get to know your team before you take them on board. And yeah, that's been a very big thing for a lot of people. See me as though they're in the tech realm here. And we're dealing with technology more so. So yeah, those are the top three.
That's awesome. Thank you. What is your top tip on managing your company finance or cash flow?
Yeah, again, paying yourself first is a very important thing, and I also touched on it. Make sure that you have that 70% aside to pay for your next round of stock, your labels, your general expenses that are attached to your products, I said packaging and what have you. Make sure that you have that and that you can manage your finances, set up different bank accounts. They definitely are free. Once you set up your main bank accounts, the rest are just free, and they're interest bearing, but the depreciation over the course of the year is going to eat your money. So you're going to have to use that money. That 10% saving also applied to your business. So your business is getting an income. Put that 10% aside for your business. And then take that 10% and you can go and invest in more assets and 10% more bulk stock that you can get in, because you've got a bigger demand happening now. So it's definitely about the managing the company finances and the cash flow, and perhaps even getting some of your suppliers onto terms, so it helps your cash flow. Because more often than not, on the other end, people are asking for terms on their side. So it just helps the cash flow game a lot more. But always pay your suppliers. Without your suppliers, you won't have business. So keep them as the most important priority. Keep your customers as the most important priority. And just keep communicating with your customers. Don't lose them. Keep them.
Exactly. It's harder to get a new customer than it is to keep a customer. So, and just on that note, you have to contact your prospect customer 12 times before they actually convert. Those are the statistics. That's a lot of energy and effort before you can convert that sale. But once you have that customer, you better be making sure that you're keeping that customer. Okay. Because as you can see, it takes time, effort, and money to get your customer. Make sure you keep your customer. So does your health play an important role in your performance in business, and why?
Yes, it definitely does. I can definitely go deep into it, and I'm going to be very honest in these circumstances. Parasites that sit in the gut, in the brain, in the mind, in the body, they send out chemicals that control the way it is that you think. They control your outcome. So just from a very raw aspect, you've got a lot of influence that's happening that you're not even aware of. It's negative thoughts and unwanted thoughts. That's sort of what they feed off of as well, and they express that. So go do your research on that, because that's a definite real thing. Then in terms of the health and my performance, like I said, there's been been periods of my life where I haven't exercised for say 3 months, and I've definitely felt that slump in energy. I've felt that that low motivation, that low actionability, and those thoughts that creep in and say, hey, you might not be worthy of this. And so again, those happy endorphins from exercise, and that's our health, is just to keep that momentum going. So definitely health plays a major important role in our well-being and how it is that we perform during the course of the day. And it's just as simple as that. Also, it's healthy, as an example, to spend 40% of your day socializing with people, being on social media, doing your business, talking to other people and sales prospects, like we said, and then to take that 20 to 40% time out to yourself. Write notes, to be healthy in your mental clarity, in your thought processes. So yes, it definitely does play a role.
Awesome, thank you. So tell us, do you find that there's a connection between health and wealth, and how so?
Yeah, there's a lot of connections between health and wealth. Most people sacrifice their health in order to gain wealth, and then later on in life they have to use their wealth to pay for their health. All kinds of surgeries and suction removals, etc. So when it comes to the connection between the two, if say we were paralyzed, we wouldn't be able to do like gardening in to make a little catch crop out of it. Just as a silly example of how that functionality plays a massive role in it. So the connection between your health can certainly link into your wealth, and vice versa as well. I think that's a big thing. And then your health as well. Say somebody's got cancer and they're in bed for a couple of months, that certainly affects the pocket. You have to pay for all those treatments and what have you, and get lean and clean. But it also takes the time away from work as well. So health definitely does affect wealth. So be careful what it is that you put in your body. There's lots of people out there that can show you how to live more alkaline ways of being. And just an important measure. Yes, Kiara is saying the two of us, contact the two of us if you're wanting to live a more alkaline, plant-based, protein, powerful way of being. That is exactly it. Spend time on your health, and your wealth will naturally flourish and grow because you have the time, energy, and capacity to do it.
Awesome. So can you leave, so we're obviously looking to wrap up now. This has been an incredible interview, but I would like you to please leave 3 tips relating to health, quick tips relating to health and wealth, that would be critical for our audience and this community to take away.
Tips for health and wealth. Okay, so I'll start with the health part. Grow your own vegetables. Grow your own food and vegetables, because I've done that. I've experienced that, where my teeth started to get whiter, my hair started to get healthier, my nail follicles, they improved a lot, and I could only imagine what happened internally. So that's just one tip. Grow your own food, because that's closest to source. Your energy is involved in that. And actually, the vegetables and the plants are reading your energy, so they literally know what it is that you need. And they take that from the soil and they provide you with that. That's why it's so key to grow your own fruit and vegetables and not be supplied by the economy for the most part. Because I know all of us get stuff out and about, so that's okay. But definitely grow your own food. Then, the second tip would be, spend time in nature. Like, it's nice being in a garden, what have you, but go and meditate in a forest. Go sit on the beach and enjoy listening to those waves with your eyes closed, or go to the beach and sun gaze, on the horizon. Her eyes are on. That's what it's called. Your eyes are at the same level as the horizon, even on a plane. Go test it out. So that's definitely just some very good examples of taking care of your health in different kinds of way. We often, again, spend so much time building wealth that we forget our health. So take those precious moments out to go walk in a forest, and go walk on the beach. Take an hour or two out of the day. And it's been proven that in those moments, those silent moments, those where your greatest ideas come in. We're often rejecting that because we've got so much paced work, but those are where the creativity and the ideas and the light bulb moments come in. That's a second tip. And then a third tip would definitely be meditating from a health perspective. For many years I've been meditating, and I've seen major benefit come from it. There's even research attached where they've done brain scans on people that have meditated, and they're a whole lot more calmer, and their mental clarity, their pineal glands activated, and they're more in line with the spirit and their soul's purpose, because you were able to take the silence out and absorb the starlight or the sunlight, and etc. So that's along with it. Get sunlight in as well if you can with the meditation. That would be great. And then on wealth, wow. Stay broke. I know that sounds strange, but like, don't go and spend your money and time and energy and efforts, especially your money, on luxuries and things that you can have today. We live in a sensory gratification realm where everything needs to be on credit and everything needs to be handed to us now. And rather you have that beat up car and have a little bit more in the bank balance, knowing that you're building your future 10 years, 20 years from now. So, it's very important to have sets of clothes that are a part of who you want to be, and that helps you make you feel alive, alert, positive and confident when it comes to that. So spend money on the quality items, even if it's just one or two, but save on that extra cup of coffee that you're going to spend. You go onto the daily routine of spending 20 Rand or 30 Rand on a cup of coffee. 30 Rand can be going into your piggy bank to be making you more baby money. So that's definitely one big thing. And then again, I'm going to reiterate it: paying yourself first and utilizing that money for absolute greatness. It should be a big part of that. And just in terms of the energy and input into the wealth, wow, different eggs in different baskets. Don't go and invest one whole of money into, say, one Bitcoin. Spread it over a couple of Bitcoin, but also even within the Bitcoin realm, diversify, get some gold, perhaps get into real estate, perhaps invest in somebody else's business that's existing that you can get the cash flow from immediately and get paid dividends out on the daily. So that is definitely a big and important one. And I think those are my three there.
Wonderful and enlightening tips for our community and our audience to take away here today. Are there any last comments that you have to share with us today, Ethan? It's been really wonderful.
Thank you very much. It definitely has been. One thing I wanted to mention earlier is permaculture principles, the PDC design course, Jeff Lawton and Bill Mollison. That is my fifth recommendation of a book. And you say, how does that relate to entrepreneurship? What it does, it helps get you out of the box that we're in and that we've been taught in, and the school base that we've been writing on, and it gets you into a creative space where you get to observe. You get to observe the way patterns roll out and how patterns are. So in business as well, we have patterns of your low stock season and your high stock season, your high performance season. All businesses go through their seasons. So it definitely teaches you a way of being analytical to whatever it is that you do. Teaches you to observe things that most won't observe, and come up with creative and efficient ways of applying things, like utilizing the resources around you instead of paying 100,000 Rand for equipment. You have the resources here right now, and you can allocate that 100,000 Rand to some even more assets in your business. So just some of those comments there. And it's important. Treat your family, your friends, your loved ones with a lot of respect is another thing I have to say. Kiara and I share so much love with people, and they definitely get a sense of feeling love more and do more for society, because out there in this world, there's a lot of things that are going on negatively. So you want to be that shining light in this instant. So I can blab on about a whole bunch more other things, but definitely it'll be about that.
Really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. Guys, to our wonderful audience, our community out here, please, if you want to get yourself healthy and wealthy, look at all of the links that I've left below in the description. It is going to serve you. I'm going to share some links below to Ethan and Ethan's page so that you can connect with him if you're looking for anything astrological wise also. And he will certainly be able to assist you there with your directional futures. And what we want to do and what I want to do with you is I want to help you build your wealth. So please don't be shy. Go and look at those links. Go and sign up to those platforms. Go and add 100 Rand into your Valor app. And just get yourself into the crypto space. I've seen massive and tremendous profits already from the crypto space. I've seen massive average earnings per year as a percentage or yield on your staking or your investments. So please, guys, don't waste time. Banking institutions or third-party institutions, they take interest, they charge you high amounts of exorbitant money, and the Federal Reserves are deflating our currency and our economics. So we're really going through difficult times in the economics of this world. And we really want to see you successful and your wealth and your health protected. And through cryptocurrency, it is going to be a very strong reason this world changes in a superior and dynamic way. So be part of it, get in early, and make sure that you take profits and enjoy the ride later. Just remember, investments take discipline, time, and patience. It's not a quick fix. So be patient along your journey and you will see the rewards over time. So thank you very much today for joining us on the All Things Health and Wealth show today. Thank you, Ethan Ducasse, for being here with us. Really greatly appreciate your energy, your love, your kindness, and your willingness to share this very valuable and important information with our community, with the world, especially to those up and coming and young entrepreneurs needing to know and understand ins and outs of keeping yourself healthy and allowing for preparation, patience to build the ultimate health and wealth. There are no shortcuts to in life to your dreams. There is only discipline and dedication and consistency. So thank you again to Ethan for being here on the show today. We hope to see you again in the future. Definitely so much more content to share here, guys. So hit that like, that subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you can get notified when more of this awesome content comes out. Sending you all absolute love and light in absolute abundance. Go have yourselves a super strong end out there, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Take care. Blessings in abundance.
Blessings.
Thank you all.